October 7, 2367. Though the GTVA has overcome the NTF rebellion, Akenbosch's dream of a pact with the destroyers has opened the Gnosis portal in Gamma Draconis, and unleashed a second Shivan incursion on Terran and Vasudan space. Buoyed by the destruction of the Sathanas juggernaut, GTVA Command sent its battle groups charging into the nebula beyond Gamma Draconis, in the hope that a sustained offensive could break the back of the Shivan war effort. But the destruction of the GVD Samtic by a second Sathanas has proved that against the destroyers, there could be no victory, only, perhaps, a reprieve from annihilation. Shivan ships now flood into the nebula, forcing a massive strategic withdrawal. Allied ships race for home. The GTD Carthage, flagship of the Terran Third Fleet's 2nd Battle Group, has withdrawn to the Gamma Draconis node under heavy fire. Its escort has been slaughtered, and Admiral Christie, the battle group's CO, lies on the border between life and death. Captain Anita Lopez, the Carthage's well-respected XO, takes field command. Attention, Operations Room Staff, GTD Carthage. From Captain Anita Lopez. After having reviewed the logs from the Supply Depot Kappa engagement, I commend the entire Operations Room staff on keeping cool under fire. If you hadn't worked around our power outages, and coordinated that barrage on the SCVS Cagnazo and Ruby Cant, we might have lost the warspite. I knew it was a gamble, but I couldn't raise Admiral Christie, and I was confident that Delta and Epsilon could keep the bombers off us. Even if we lost the opportunity to kill a destroyer by deviating from the battle plan, that maneuver kept our men alive and our ships fighting. That's always a win in my book. Captain's Reference. GTD Carthage, DD-52. Tactical Summary. The GTD Orion Flight 2 etc. remains the premier battleship of the Galactic Terran Navy, mounting the heaviest beam cannon battery of any purely Terran-designed warship. With a standard strike craft complement of 8 squadrons, it remains an effective fleet carrier. The Orion is equipped with an energy transfer system, allowing you to shift power between the ship's weapons and engines as the situation dictates. Your tactical air control system delivers context-sensitive attack orders. Order your strike craft to attack most Shivan capital ships, and they will automatically disarm the target's main beam cannons before destroying it. The Orion's anti-capital battery consists of 3 Crypt Hammer heavy beam cannons, and 3 Forge Eagle/beam cannons. They are mounted in broadside configuration, besides a single Crypt Hammer in a chin turret. These beams have a range of 4 kilometers, in manual fire or overload modes. Your beam range is measured at 5 kilometers on your lower left rangefinder, due to unusual power distribution. You can set your beams to fire manually when you press left control on your console, engage automatically, fire on your current main target, track mode, or fire on a designated secondary target, lock mode. Designate secondary targets by targeting them and then pulling the primary fire trigger. Your HUD will track your current secondary target in the gunnery display. To toggle between manual fire and the 3 automatic modes, press Alt-X on your console. To toggle between the individual automatic modes, press the left and right keys. The Orion also mounts a weak anti-strike craft battery of 7 laser turrets and 3 AAA beams. These weapons are primarily placed to cover the Orion's dorsal and ventral arcs, so take a special caution against bomber attacks on the horizontal plane. As your defensive battery is too weak to fend off a heavy bomber attack, you must rely on your interceptor wings for anti-strike craft defense. Your anti-fighter weapons are all automated. Addendum. The GTD Carthage mounts non-standard upgrades to its ETS, giving it 4 alternate energy transfer modes, to be used according to tactical exigency. Pressing 1 on your console will overcharge your main beams for a single overloaded volley. The plasma cores will require 30 seconds to charge, temporarily taking all your beams and turrets offline. Your beams will automatically fire on your target once they are fully charged. Press 2 to transmit detailed targeting telemetry to your strike craft wing. Your entire air wing will benefit from enhanced fire control and avionics for 20 seconds, your systems will take 15 seconds to cycle afterwards. Press 3 to channel more plasma to your engines, temporarily mimicking a strike craft's afterburner. You will have 10 seconds of afterburner power, but your engines will take 20 seconds to recover from the stress. Press 4 to boost the Carthage's ECM protection, disrupting enemy precision targeting and reducing incoming damage for 20 seconds. Your capacitors will need 15 seconds to cycle after each jamming pulse. This is Acting Captain Lopez to all crew. We have arrived safely at the node, and all main systems are still operational. Damage control is still underway. We have 4 wings in the air. Alpha and Beta Artemis TAC bombers are fully loaded with Maxims, Tempests, and Cyclops. We'll be relying on them to destroy Shivan capital ships while disarming their beam cannons, but they're still capable interceptors in a pinch. Gamma and Delta Perseus interceptors are flying cap and space superiority. 6 more wings are repairing heavy damage, and will be launched as soon as they are ready. Unfortunately, as you may be aware, Admiral Christie fell into a coma during the attack. Therefore, I am taking command of the Carthage and all remaining 6th Battle Group units. As of 0250 hours, Allied Command issued General Order 31, ordering all Allied forces to withdraw from the nebula along the Gamma-Drac-Capella axis. At 0712 hours, the Aquitaine and Admiral Petrarch transited the node after sustaining heavy damage from Shivan attack. It is critical that we withdraw as many ships and crews through the node as we can. The Shivans are in hot pursuit. We have confirmation of multiple destroyer battle groups and hunter-killer teams pursuing retreating Allied forces, but no confirmed juggernauts as of yet. Our current objective is to provide overwatch for all Allied vessels transiting the node, fending off Shivan assaults with the Carthage's weaponry in our air wing. The Allied TAC net is in severe disarray, and the strategic situation is in flux, so Allied and Shivan ADAs are unreliable. All incoming ships have been instructed to arrive near the NAV plotter beacon, but be advised that some ships may misjump away from the beacon. We know that units of the Terran 5th and 13th Battle Groups, the Vasudan 3rd and 7th Battle Groups, and various scattered units are withdrawing in heavy disarray. They are retreating under fire from Shivan destroyer battle groups, cruiser and corvette hunter-killer teams, bomber strikes, everything in the Shivan playbook short of juggernauts. We'll have to play this one by ear, gentlemen. Command won't be sending us any reinforcements, so we'll have to make do with available resources. We will deal with each new tactical situation as it arises, by employing the Carthage's abilities and its CAG in concert. Our air wing's been taking a beating, so we'll need to carefully use and conserve every strike craft. I know you're all terrified, I am too. But I promise you that we'll make it out alive, and that we'll save as many good men and women as we can. Lopez out. I certainly hope so. Command, this is Acting Captain Lopez, GTD Carthage. Reporting ready OP. Copy, Carthage. We are abandoning the node supply depot, but Allied warships are still withdrawing from engagements across the nebula. Protect Allied warships and defend the node. Allied Command, out. Copy. Fighters, cover the Carthage. Carthage, GTC Lubeck. We and the GTC Minueno have withdrawn from an engagement, and are inbound for the node. Good riddance to this Shivan-infested soup. Poor 4th Fleet SAPs, we lost contact with one of their battle groups at 0511. Carthage, we've got a Moloch, inbound on pursuit vector. Cover us. Lubeck, Carthage. Maneuvering to engage the enemy corvette. Carthage, this is GDA Pilus. Our fighter cover is nearly gone, and Shivan bombers are in hot pursuit. Can you spare any cap? Shivan bombers, inbound for the kill. Carthage, that's the last of the Shivan bombers. Many thanks, Captain Lopez. Command to all Allied units. Our scouts have detected multiple juggernauts and battle groups inbound from the 2nd Gnosis. We have a full-scale invasion force on our hands. All units, abandon your posts and withdraw through the node immediately. We cannot risk further losses. Carthage, this is Vice Admiral Kowalski, 8th Battle Group commanding. We are evacuating staging point 5 under heavy fire, and sending an evac convoy to your position. Carthage, this is GTCV Warspite. Our convoy is making best speed for the node. We're in your hands, Lopez. Command, Songhai. We are taking heavy fire, and our combat ineffective. The depot is evacuated. I have done all I could. Be advised, SD Apolloyan, Ravana class, is inbound on the node. Admiral Kowalski, signing off. GTD Carthage, this is Admiral Manetho of the 3rd Battle Group. Though we thank you for your overwatch, why have you not already followed command's order and withdrawn? I'm acting on my own authority. To cover the evac OP command can take it up with me later, if any of us are still alive. Have you had contact with the Vasudan 7th or Terran 5th Battle Groups? Their scattered transmissions indicate that they have gone to ground. Their current position is unknown. Captain Lopez, you simply must withdraw, and leave them to the Shivans. They may assault the node in force at any moment. I can't just cut bait and declare them acceptable losses. As long as they're still out there, we'll hold the node, and give them as long a window as we can. Your ship is too damaged to hold this position any longer, that much is plain. Captain Lopez, your excessive compassion has compromised your decision-making. Take care not to send the living to follow the dead. Just get your men back to Allied space, Admiral. The Carthage and her CAG are covering the nebula evacuation, and we're holding out for the 5th and 7th until the bitter end. GBC Herakleopolis to all Allied units. We are combat ineffective, and half our crew is down from a radiation leak. Requesting Herakleopolis, GTD Carthage, an air wing will escort you to the node. You're going to be alright. We are tagged, repeat, tagged. Captain of the Carthage, we and the GVCV Nebpitra stand beside you, though we have suffered much and lost our fighter escort. Our flagship, the GVD Tories, will be arriving shortly. As a people birthed in sorrow, we accept our impending deaths with equanimity, if we can but stem the destroyer's tide. Don't lie down and die so easily. I'm getting you and your people out, no matter how much metal the Shivans throw at us. We are charging beams for an overload volley on the Mammon, but we require fighter cover for 3 minutes. Plasma cores at maximum feed. Firing overloads. Firing main battery, barrage pattern echo. Toaries, you arrived in the nick of time. On behalf of the Carthage's crew, I give you our thanks, Admiral. Time is still short, Captain Lopez. Though we have cleared the AO, the Shivans will not relent, and your destroyer will not survive another attack. Jump out, we will follow you once our drives have recharged. Copy, Toaries. Stay alive. For holding the Nebula Gamma Draconis node open for 85 minutes, saving tens of thousands of Allied lives, and showing excellent tactics and performance under pressure, Captain Anita Lopez was awarded the GTVA Legion of Honor, the highest decoration which the Security Council could bestow. The Carthage came back a crippled warship. She was eventually refitted into a combat evaluation technology test bed, and returned to active duty years after Capella. Lopez and her beloved destroyer still had more battles to fight together. Lopez herself, due to psychological reasons and fleet politics, received a transfer back to the 2nd Officer Academy on Delta Serpentis, sitting out the final days of the incursion. In 2372, she took command of the 2nd Battle Group, reuniting with her beloved Carthage. When the GTVA invaded Seoul, Lopez faithfully served her government's cause, and served with distinction over the 14 months of Severante's grinding campaign of attrition. When Admiral Steele used her as bait for his trap for the war gods, she held her position, and protected her men. When Admiral Calder and a vengeful Noemi Laporte came to take back Neptune, she held her position, and tried to protect her men, but this risky holding action would be her last.